Okay, guys, we are live. We are on live. First of all, guys, I want to welcome back. We have Richard. Richard, say hi.
Thank you so much. No applause is necessary, but I thank everybody for loving me. And Jack, you're the greatest. That's all I got.
Richard, I spoke to you the week before. You mentioned something about you being a rabbi in a different way. Do you mind sharing that with me? Which I think you do a very big deal, and I don't think a lot of people understand what you do.
You really want to waste a minute of
I would
everybody's
like to
time
waste
and
5
having
minutes
me?
if I have to.
No, that's nice here. Well, I have almost 34 and a half years in AA. I sponsor 12 men, and I do 6 Judaism prayers every single morning with the cup that you guys were beautiful enough to give me. And I do both of my hands with that after the Modi. Then I go downstairs. I do 2 yarmulke and tefillin. And talis prayers. And then I do the tefillin prayers and yada, yada, yada. But I haven't seen the guys from this group write life insurance policies with me, which is a little disheartening. Otherwise, we're all doing great. Thank you very much, Rabbi.
No problem. So, Rich, I was very impressed when you told me you were able to sponsor 12 guys and help them, which is a very big thing. You know, today in today's society, everyone's for themselves. It's
Rabbi,
yeah.
These guys, each one of them, 6 or 8 of them, are unbelievably more dynamic and successful than the next. They help me. So in my AA, which is a little bit different than the Judaism, they help me as much as I help them. I'm not trying, although I do have experience and I'm a role model for them in certain ways. Yes, I will tell you, I have a lot of respect for what you all are doing on this Monday to Thursday group. All of you are trying to get closer to God and to try to get more Torah learning and things of that nature. And I did get 2 of your tapes, and one of them I thought was even better than the best of Richard Spike. It was so unbelievable. You were talking about men and women. Does a guy think of other women when he's, going at it with his girl?
That's all Ruben's fault.
Oh, Ruben? Well, whatever. Anyway, enough out of me. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, I want to share with you in the last week's Parsha, everybody knows Avram Avinu, right? Avram, our forefather, he had 10 tests. Everybody knows what the first test was?
No, what is it?
In last week's Parsha, we read Hashem commands Avram Avinu to leave from his land, from his birthplace, and from his father's house to the land that he's going to show him.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are with me? Richard, you're listening to this?
I am. Yeah. I'm listening.
I don't really understand what test is over here. I want to read it in Hebrew, and I want to show you what Rashi says, which is a commentary on the Chumash. It's just, I don't see what the test is over here. Maybe you guys can share it with me. He says over here, Vayomer Hashem el Avram. Hashem said to Avram, Lech lecha me'artzecha, go from your land, umi moladecha, from your birthplace, umi beit avicha, and from your father's house, el ha'aretz asher areka, to the house, to the land which I will show you. Comes Rashi. Rashi says, what does it mean? Go for yourself, lahanetcha ulotovotcha, for your benefit, for your goodness. One second. I want to understand this. Hashem is telling Avram, this is for your benefit. And then he says to him, Sham e'esalcha l'goy gadol, over there I'm going to make you a great nation. Kan ata zocha libani, because over here you're not going to merit having children. So I want to try to understand this. If Hashem is speaking to Avram Avinu and he's telling him, leave your land and go to another place because over there I'll make you a great nation, what's the test? Vlad, you hear the question? What's the test? It's like I'm coming to you and I'm telling you, listen, invest $1 million. You're guaranteed to make $10 million back. What's the test? Who's not going to want to invest?
Well, it's the loss of comfort, Rabbi. He has to get up and leave, the place that he's used to in comfort, every single day for, I think at that time he was 75 years old, right?
Correct.
The test is belief, to see if he actually was going to do what he was told.
I mean, you understand, Reuven, what you just said is that's actually the answer in the Chumash, because what is Hashem telling Avram? He says, go for yourself from your land, from your birthplace, and from your father's house. Basically, Hashem is telling Avram, leave your past behind. And only then can you become a great nation. So really the test is trying to leave everything behind. Now, how does this pertain to us? How many of us believe that what the Torah says is the truth? Yeah,
I'm learning it.
Yeah.
Learning.
Rabotai, if we believe, I want to read for you what it says in Parsha Bechukotai. It says in Parsha Bechukotai, he says, "Im bechukotai telech," if you're going to go in my laws, ve'etem mitzvotai tishmor, and you're going to guard my laws, my commandments, v'asitem otam, and you're going to do them, v'natati gishmechem bi'itam, v'natna ha'aretz yivola, ve'etz hasadeh yitem pri'o. Comes the Torah says, if you're going to go in my ways, and if you're going to go in my mitzvot, Hashem promised I'm going to give you rain in this time, your fields are going to flourish. Basically, you're going to have a lot of parnasam. Comes Rashi says, do you know what means im bechukotai telehu? Im tihiyu amilim b'torah. If a person toils in Torah, his blessing comes in from toiling in Torah. Reuven, are you with me or not? If his blessing comes from toiling of the Torah, we believe it, correct? We understand it. But still, Richard, why is it hard for us to do it? Because our comfort zone, our habits hold us back from wanting or from being able to accomplish what we are able to accomplish. This is the parsha with Avram Avinu. Yeah, this is the real test. Even though we know that there's a great reward waiting for us, we know how it's beneficial for us to learn Torah, to do mitzvot, to keep kosher, to keep Shabbat. Nevertheless, a lot of times it's difficult. Why? For example, for people that like to smoke, it's very hard for them to break that habit of smoking. For people that like to watch TV, it's very hard for them to stop watching TV. So everybody has his own challenges. But if you want to be able to grow, it's like Avram Avinu had that test. You also have this test. You have to be able to separate yourself from your past life. You can't continue holding on. You can't continue to your previous past, holding on to that, and at the same time trying to take off. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Comes the Torah and it teaches us. You want to become a great person. You want to become a great nation. You want to become great in Avodat Hashem. Do it for yourself. It's for you, not for me. Hashem doesn't. It's for you. How do you do it? Leave everything behind. Now, the honest truth is not everybody's going to be able to leave everything behind. I'm not telling you leave your parents and everything else. But our past life, what we were raised with, we have to be able to somehow disconnect, and then we're going to be able to connect to Hashem.
How do we disconnect?
Disconnect is...
I'm sorry, I got a question too, Jack, after your question. Go ahead. Because he talked about comfort. And I wanted to understand what he meant by that, the rabbi, when he said for comfort. I didn't really understand that. I'd like him to please explain.
Okay. So how do you disconnect, Jack? I'll put it to you like this. Chazal teach us, whatever you hate doing, do it. Whatever is hard for you to do, just get up and do it. Don't think about it. Don't make calculations. Just get up and do it. You can't wake up in the morning. Just get up and do it. Don't think about it. Think about it while you're doing it. Once you get into a conversation with the evil inclination, should I wake up? Should I go to the synagogue? Should I pray? Should I go learn Torah? Once you get
That's
into
where the problem comes up.
Once
That's
you
when
start having
second
That's what
guessing.
the Jihadic says that it's Torah. The Torah wants the best of you.
Correct. So I'm trying to explain to you. Once you start having a dialogue with the evil inclination, you should know from there and there. That's where you lost the fight. You don't have a dialogue with the evil inclination. You just do it. I want to ask you a question, Jack. How do these athletes do what they do every single day in, day out? Do you think they like doing it? Sitting in ice cold water,
The athletes? No. They love it, Rabbi.
You think they love it? You think they love it? I tell you something.
Listen, the guy gets paid $84 million to swing a
This
bat.
84 million is not going to help him in his old age. You understand? You're also going to get a lot of reward for this. Reward in this world and in the world of reward in the next world to come. Like we saw, when you do one good kindness in this world, Hashem holds it for 2,000 generations. If I ask you right now, what's better, to have a child or to have all the money in the world and no child, chas v'shalom? What's better?
I'm gonna have a child.
That's it, finish. So children are worth more than that. Health is worth more than all the money, worth more.
Rabbi, the first 3 minutes of every person's day, the first 3 minutes,
Yeah.
when you say you're tired, when you just said something beautiful, and you're not a Michael Jordan commercial. You just said, just do it. Because if I don't allow the negative, critical Richard Spike thoughts, and I almost don't once I pop out of bed. So what you're saying is the hardest things to do in your day, just do them.
Correct.
Like the hardest phone call to make with a client, the hardest conversation with your wife.
Correct.
Address it properly with good tone, but don't be afraid of all those things. That's what you're saying.
Correct, Rich. I like that you brought up Michael Jordan. I would say from the Torah, it says, Na'aseh v'nishma. In our Torah, it states that we should do, and then we should listen. Then we should start understanding. But everything comes down to doing. Whatever you fear, you just got to do it. A lot of people, they are afraid of success, but they don't understand. Once you take that leap, just jump, just start doing it. Like Avraham Avinu, he didn't ask questions. He got up and he left, and look where we are today. Because of one man, we have a Jewish nation. Rich, I'm going to answer your question, the comfort zone, what you wanted to understand. What does it mean, comfort? Comfort is the enemy of one. Like they say, people think you have enemies, right? We think Hamas is our enemy. We think people, no. Your biggest enemy, like Chazal tell us, is your comfort zone. When you're comfortable with something, that's your enemy. You're not supposed to be comfortable in this world. You didn't come into this world to rest, to take it easy. You came to this world to toil. Chazal tell us, Adam la'amal yulad. A person is born to toil. The question is, what do you want to toil in? Do you want to toil in the outside world? Or do you want to toil in avodat Hashem, meaning in the service of God? You're going to toil either way. But where do you want to focus that energy? If you're going to put it in the service of God, then Hashem says everything else I have to take care of. But if you're going to put it everywhere else, but not in God's service, Hashem says, good, start toiling. Go ahead. You want to toil? Go toil. I have no problem with that. Richard, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm a little bit better. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is one of the things. Comfort. If you look at American people, look at American society. How many people are overweight? How many people eat junk? How many people, they don't have the lifestyle? Even today, kids, they don't want to do anything. Everybody wants free money, if I can call it. Nobody wants to work, but everybody wants the result. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You want the result, you got to put into action. It's not magic. So this is. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I agree. You gotta put in the work.
Right, you gotta put in the work. It doesn't work. Listen, and I tell you the truth. If a person I'm telling you, just try it one day. Forget about one day. Just try it the first hour of your day. Just try it. Give it all you got. You will see how your day is going to be different. Just when you come out of bed, you want to go back to sleep, no problem. I'll go back to sleep after I do this. I'll wash my face. I'll brush my teeth. I'll go back to sleep. I want to see you go back to sleep. I want to see you go back to sleep. Everything starts from the beginning. Say it again.
I said, I think we're all grown men here, and this shouldn't be an issue, waking up in the morning and, getting out of bed. I mean, I think there's more challenges than, waking up and getting out of bed.
Yeah, more challenges. What do you mean? Jack, what do you mean? With the girls, you have more challenges?
No, I'm saying in life in general, it shouldn't, there shouldn't be a challenge of waking up. There should be other things that people are lazy to do, especially when you say, oh, I'll do this later, or I'll do it tomorrow. Right. When you push these things off, you never get it done. If you want to get something done, it has to be now.
So
you can't leave it for later.
So where does everything start?
Beautiful. Everything starts from yourself.
No, everything starts from the second you wake up. It's how you wake up. That's how you know how your day is going to be. There's a great rabbi, Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef. He's the chief rabbi of Israel. He said something fascinating. If you are able to wake up in the morning with vigilance, like with this enthusiasm, you should know you're going to have a successful day. Once you overcome the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, you should know you have the upper hand. But if you wake up lethargic and tired and you go back to sleep and you put the snooze button, you should know your day is not going to be so easy. That's how your day is going to follow. So really it starts from where it really starts from the morning the second you wake up. But I do agree with you. You shouldn't postpone anything. That's one of the biggest killers. I used to work for Merrill Lynch, whatever. I used to, after college, I went to Merrill Lynch.
Wait. Even though I only got 90 seconds and I got two guys waiting for me like I'm a rabbi.
Go ahead.
You used to work for Merrill Lynch, Rabbi?
Yes, yeah.
Unbelievable, this guy.
Richard, I didn't stay there a long time. I mean, I feel bad for you guys, but it was not easy with all the girls and the way they used to dress. I started to become religious, so that conflicted with my religious duties, and I said to myself, either it's going to be God or either it's going to be these women. So I said to myself, there's no way I'm going to continue working. I ended up working with my father as a shoemaker. So even though I finished college and everything, but nevertheless I never pursued it, only because I was very scared with what's going to be with me in the future. I just didn't like it, the way women came onto you and everything, and so on and so forth.
Rabbi, I got a question.
Rabbi, what was the original topic?
We start speaking about today, what tests did Avram really have if Hashem promised him, when he says, go for yourself, for your own benefit, for your own goodness, and I'll make you into a great nation. So if Hashem clearly says, I'm going to give you the reward, so what test is that? Was one of the first tests Avram Avinu had. What's the test? If you're promising me...
He asked for a sign.
He had an open...
Well, I couldn't hear you, broke up. What?
He still asked for a sign. So
Ron, so you have to understand, if Hashem speaks to you directly, and he guarantees you, it's not somebody, it's HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If he speaks to you directly and he guarantees you greatness, what sign do I want? What sign do I need? You don't need no sign.
But that's what Abraham asked for a sign. That was his fault.
No, it's not a question. No, one second. So before you ask for the sign, Avram, no, why? Avram, no. Hashem said to get up and leave your land, your birthplace, and your father's house. And he said, I'll make you into a great nation, and I will bless you, and you will be blessed. The question was, what's the test of it? If you tell your daughter, or you tell your son, don't marry into this family because these family are not good people. Marry this family. There's more. It's better for you there. What's the test? What's the test? So, Jigadi wanted to answer, and the Torah says that the test was, Ron, that he had to leave his comfort zone. He had to leave everything behind, and that's one of the hardest things to do for a person, to leave everything you have and just take that leap forward and just go do it.
When one door closes, another door opens. And a lot of people, from my opinion, I would say is fear-driven. People are in fear to take the next step forward. People are in a lot of fear because they're overthinking of things that are not existing.
Right. Right. Right.
Rabbi, I got a question.
Go ahead, what?
The first test was to leave his father's house. But as soon as he left his father's house, he got to Canaan, and then he realized that there's a famine. He got up and left to Egypt. So my question is, why did he not stay there? If you're told to do something and you go do it, you should stay there, not get up and leave and go somewhere else as soon as you get there.
Where when he went to Avimelech, when he went to the...
But no, so Hashem said...
When there was a famine in the land. When there was a famine in the land.
Okay, I have to...
I don't really like the question, Rabbi, honestly.
Okay, you can disagree?
No, because, and I why don't you answer the other gentleman's question first? I don't want to.
So I have to check it out. I don't recall. I have to check it out. Go ahead, Ron.
I was saying I don't really like the question because the question is not why did he need, what was
fear per se. If Hashem is granting you ultimate success, what is your fear? It was really
not what is his
his
fear.
test
No, not what's his fear. What's his test? What's the test? If Hashem tells you,
you're saying what's the test? What's the test if Hashem is guaranteeing you something? What is really the test?
Correct. What's the test? If Hashem guarantees you something, so what's the test?
Yeah, but the tests themselves were not just a straight guarantee. Right? The test itself was
you can't.
Essentially met.
No, it doesn't work. No. If Hashem clearly says, "I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless, and you will be blessed," not over here, you will be blessed over there. That's a guarantee from Hashem. You understand? So you were not here in the beginning,
But you still have
Ron.
to make a choice.
Say it again.
You still have to make a choice. I said you still have to make a choice.
So I'm asking.
When Abraham was the first person to realize, in a monotheistic God. Everybody else was believing in multiple gods. He had already made his choice to believe, and then God came down and revealed himself to Abraham.
Tell me,
and then
he found God or God found
said,
him? One second, Ron. He found God or God found him?
He realized that there was no one else other than,
he found God,
one
correct?
God.
So once you find God, whenever the Torah says something, in the beginning of the class we stated that whenever the Torah says something, we know that it's 100% emet. Whenever the Torah promises you, correct? If you're going to honor your parents, you're going to have long life. If you're going to send the mother bird away, there's guarantees in the Torah. It's not like, when you were, like, for example, also when you were tzitz, you're going to have a long... It's not like, it's like me and you are having a conversation, okay, you go into business with me, X, Y, and... No.
Yeah.
It's like Ron, it's like more... Let me ask you a question, Ron. If Lev Levi comes to you right now and he tells you invest with me $1 million, I guarantee you're going to make $10 million back. Tell me, you're not going to invest? You're not going to have a question.
What you're saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying Abraham should not have a question that God will fulfill his word. But it doesn't come with 100% pleasure. It could come with also pain through it. So Abraham still had to make the choice to believe in it despite anything.
Correct. So that was the answer that Reuven actually gave, and that's what it says in the Torah. When Hashem tells him to leave the land and the birthplace and his father's house, that is one of the hardest things to do. And I connected it to Parsha Bechukotai. It says in Parsha Bechukotai that if a person is going to go into Hashem's ways, Hashem is going to guarantee him all of the blessing in the Torah. Rashi says, what does it mean if you're going to go in the ways of Hashem? If you're going to toil in Torah. So the question over there was, if we have that blessing, that if we sit and we learn Torah, we toil in Torah, Hashem is going to bless us with abundance. So why aren't we doing it? Like the answer we see over here. Because we are very comfortable. We are in our land, in our birthplace, right? Not next in our birth, but we are comfortable, and that doesn't allow us to grow. You understand? That's what we try to go ahead and try to connect.
I want to share with you.
Go ahead.
I want to share with you a distinction. I have the benefit of having two different mindsets. In my first mindset, when I was completely secular, before I became Baal Tshuva, I thought that I would take what you're saying now, and I would say that I would get, by studying Torah, that would be a way for me to get pleasure in daily life, right? I would immediately be rewarded. But after being here for coming up close to 10 years, being Baal Tshuva, that's not the way that I understand it now. The way I understand it now is it's not about punishment and reward. It's about understanding the framework of Hashem. Even Abraham had to go through 10 tests, and Hashem in the Haftarah, you see that Hashem says that I give delayed reward. The delayed reward is for your merit to be able to acquire all of the positive attributes for yourself, and then in Olam Haba or later in your life, that's when your reward will be issued.
Correct. That's a Torah Chazal. Correct. You don't get reward in this world. You get reward in the next world. Correct.
But the pleasure of being a warrior and the pleasure of having strength and continuing day in and day out, and understanding that your efforts, believing and having understanding that your efforts will eventually be rewarded, but you're not expecting and being failed reward today. That was a major distinction. That was a major mindset shift from being secular, for even beginning my journey on being God-fearing versus today, 10 years later.
I hear.
Because a person can come into religion today and be very anxious and have a lot of need for salvation, but he doesn't see that reward immediately, and he has to stay true to Hashem in order to weather the storm of his own mental emotions until he gets clarity in his own mind that, as Jack said, these things are fake manifestations of your own mindset where you create fear for yourself.
Correct. Very well said. Very well said. If anyone else has any questions, we'll take it. But I just want to bring out, Ron, the point was over here is that we find it very difficult to serve God, right? And we're not speaking about immediate pleasure. No, we're not speaking, but we are speaking about that a person gets the reward in the next world, but he still gets some, the principle, how they say, the principle stays for the next world, but you still get something in this world, right? You still get, you see.
I think you get a lot in this world.
Say it again?
You get a lot in this world.
No, correct. I'm not talking about immediate pleasure.
Framework.
I'm not talking about immediate pleasure, but by learning Torah alone, from that you feel good by yourself. It's not about the reward. You shouldn't serve God because you're going to get the reward. The point was, why is it hard for us to serve God? The answer is because not everybody likes, that pressure, that pushback, that to coming out of my comfort zone. Not everybody really likes it. And you could see, I had a person who, somebody came up to me, said his son was not at home, he didn't do anything, so he sent him to this boot camp. He came back like a soldier. He said, I never ever expected my son to come back and speak to me like a man and be more responsible. And it's all the environment, your surroundings. It's how you put it, you understand? So, just to say what you want to say, we're not looking for immediate gratification, instant, no, we're not, no. But what we are saying is that if you are able to break out of your comfort zone, you will see a lot of growth and you're going to feel more connected to God. And that's where, after 120, when a person leaves this world, he'll see what he accomplished. And then he'll say, Baruch Hashem, I was able to, step over the barrier and not fall back.
Rabbi, can we also add, forgive me, Refuah Shlema to Cohen ben Balor?
Refuah Shlema Cohen ben Balor, okay.
Guys, great topic. I'll see you tomorrow at 5. I gotta run for a meeting.
Okay, I'll see you, Jack. I'll see you guys. No problem. What'd you say, Ron?
Bye, guys. Ron, good to see you.
What'd you say?
Good to see you, Jack. What is a comfort zone? What is the definition of a comfort zone?
Comfort zone is when you do everything which comes easy to you. For example, and what's basically the opposite of a comfort zone? Whatever is hard, you don't do. So I ask you a question, like if you have to wake up early in the morning, for example, correct? Like the halakha says you should wake up before dawn, which dawn right now is very early. So that's out of your comfort zone. You want to feel comfortable. You're going to sleep until 6, 7, 8 o'clock maybe, but you already have to be up 5 o'clock, right? Or for example, a person has to eat healthy, but no, that's uncomfortable. Why should I eat healthy? A lot of times you see people, they drink Coke one after another. You know it's unhealthy. Why are you doing it? Because it's comfortable. Because it's easy to do it. It's harder to not do it. Like why can people sit and just, make time to learn Torah, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night? Because it takes them out of their comfort zone. They have to leave their house, or they have to leave their job, or they have to leave their sports, whatever it might be. It's taking them out from their comfort zone. And it's making them uncomfortable. People don't like feeling uncomfortable. They always want to be comfortable. But that's the thing that's going to destroy a person. If he doesn't fight that, it's going to destroy him. It's like, I don't know if you ever watch, any sport, if you ever watch basketball, football, soccer, why do you have the defending team? Why do you have to have people, facing against me? Just, let me just shoot as many basketball as I want into the hoop. No, you have to have resistance. If there's no resistance, there's no growth. And when do you have resistance? That's only when you're uncomfortable. If you got to go to the gym, you go to the gym. You got to run, you got to run. You got to eat healthy, you eat healthy. You have to keep your mouth quiet, not speaking Lashon Hara, you keep your mouth quiet. You have to break yourself by not looking at another girl. You break yourself, not looking at it. But that's uncomfortable. I like looking, for example, right? I like eating not kosher. I like speaking Lashon Hara. Again, because it's easy. Whatever is easy, the Rav Chaim used to say, whatever is easy, stay away from. Whatever is difficult, stick to. Because that's what's going to make you grow. Jigar, I don't know if you're you. I know, Jigar, I heard you were very big, Jigarik, when you were younger. If you go and you start lifting weights with 5 pounds, 10 pounds, you're not building any muscle. You grow with your muscle. Same thing in the service of God. You gotta grow. The more you grow, the greater your evil inclination. The more you grow, the greater the evil inclination. But that's the only way. Through resistance, a person becomes great. And this is exactly what happened with Avram Avinu. He pushed. He went no matter what happened. He went. Yes, it's uncomfortable. I'm leaving my home. I'm doing it. God said I'm doing it. It's not about the reward. Yeah, okay, fine. But Ezrat Hashem, yeah, it might come. But to get up and move is hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. To do what's right, it's not easy. Ron, I want to ask you a question. I was the other day in a party. Whatever, I don't sit in mixed seating, right? So, everything started off well. And then, in the middle, you know how it is. People start singing together. People start dancing together. I get up and I walked away. That's it. Me and my wife, we got up and walked away. How many people followed us? Nobody, zero. Nobody. It's not nice. Why should we walk away? It doesn't look, who's going to be? Okay, again, people, they want to do what's comfortable for them. You understand? That's it. What do you want to say, Jigarik?
Is it, I think everyone here tries.
It's actually whether you're.
Go ahead, Ron, go ahead.
I'm having a delay, so if I'm interrupting anybody, I'm sorry. I was just saying, Rabbi, it's within your comfort zone to not sit in a party like that.
No.
It's easier for you to leave.
No, that's what you think, Ron. Ron, that's what you think. The Chazal says just the opposite. Our rabbis of blessed memory say, Hakol agadol michavero, yitzur galu memenu. Whenever you have somebody who's bigger than his friend in Avodat Hashem, his Yetzer Hara is even stronger than him. You understand? On the contrary, if you take a person who sits and learns all day, and if you take a person who's outside all day in the 47th street with a woman, it's much harder for the guy who sits and learns all day to control himself than the guy who's in 47th. The guy's in 47th, he's already used to it. The guy who's sitting and learning Torah all day, if he sees it, he might lose it. You understand? He has to control himself more. It's just the opposite. You think, Ron,
Yeah,
Ron, one second. You think it's easy saying no to family. You think it's easy saying no to in-laws, to sisters, to brothers. I cannot send you a party. You think it's easy hearing it from the wife, from the family. You don't come, you're this. You get a lot of backlash. It's not like you just get up and you walk away. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of, that you have to...
I did it for many years.
Say it again?
I had to do it for many years. 10 years I've been doing that.
Okay.
Because my core values are more important. My core values are more important.
Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice. Jigarik, what do you want to say?
But it's easy to maintain my core values.
Correct. Once you're strong in it, it's easier. Then it becomes, but in the beginning, you gotta break yourself. In the beginning, it was fights. But eventually, once they get the drift, you get the drift, it becomes easier because now you're maintaining that. Correct. So you got a hang of it, that's it. Jigarik, what do you want to say?
Isn't it always, I've heard, not always, but I've heard that in order for you to figure out the mission of your life, right? What was the purpose of you coming down to this world is whatever is difficult for you, right? And you're here to rectify that, and God will make it difficult for you to be able to rectify it.
Correct. The rabbis of blessed memory do bring down whatever is hard. That's what you came down to do. Exactly. That's one
that
of the
may just be your mission.
That's basically what you came down to fix. Correct. Yeah.
Beautiful. Rabbi, thank you so much.
No problem,
I know you're teaching another class right after this, and I don't want to get text messages or calls.
I'll see you guys. Nice to see everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Jigarik, try to send out a little bit earlier.
I'll text everyone to try to be on time.
I'll see you. I appreciate it.
Oh, and by the way, since I know we circulate the recording after this, one, I just want to congratulate each and every one of us. We've added 6 new people to this group this weekend, so that was great, huge success. And also the book that we discussed, I think last week or the week before, it has been delivered. Ephraim finally got it. He paid for it. I'm trying to figure out how much he paid for it for me to contribute to it, but I think he wants to take the mitzvah onto himself. It has been delivered. We're going to leave a bunch of copies in House of Torah for those who want to pick it up. And for those who are not in New York and want to have it shipped, just shoot me a message and I'll have it shipped out to you.
Okay.
Rabbi, thank you so much.
Okay. No problem. I'll see you guys.
Talk soon.
I'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Have a good day, guys.